Wait. Oh, no.
You got to run an update?
No, my banter pizza me, bro.
Oh, bro. So I was thinking about getting pizza tonight, but I got a different update. I have a troubleshooting thing I just experienced. My first troubleshooting with my new computer that I built. It's been shutting off. Like the screens go off, but they're still on. They just go black, and then the fans in my computer just go max speed. And I was like, you know what? I'm studying for this. I know what to do. It's a RAM issue or it's overheating. Those are the two options. So I cleared everything out. I'm like, I'm gonna go take this computer apart and I'm gonna figure this out. But I did a little, as you should do, I did a little Googling first to see what the issue might be. And I was scrolling through like Reddit forums, and someone said, before you do what I was about to do, check the plugs from your power supply into your graphics processor, your GPU, your dedicated GPU. So my video card or whatever you want to call it. Not a video card. And sure enough, I open the computer and I go to touch the power supply and they just fall right out. And those things like clip in. They're not meant to be like, oh, just kind of use a little pressure to put it in or pull it out like an outlet. So I saved myself hours of troubleshooting that would not have worked because I did a little bit of a Google and some legend out there had the same exact issue. And that's what I love about the internet. Oh my formal education would have sent me down a rabbit hole of hours of stuff that wouldn't have worked. And lo and behold, it was the simple, did you see if it was plugged in kind of thing? And yeah, it works. No issues now. Thing is up and running and good.
Wait. What is, I was messing with the computer here. Where was the pizza part of that?
I said I don't have a pizza thing, but this was going to be my banter. But I've been craving some pizza, but I got to, I got to take a break. Also, it's hot. I'm like, do you want a steamy pizza in my face? I do. You know what? It's never too hot for pizza.
I had a pizza last night. I had one of those Costco.
Did you get the ones I told you?
No, I got the ones that are the, what do you call it? The
where they just sell them at the food court?
No, they're like the little ones. They're the ones that have the cornmeal crust.
You got the cornmeal crust.
They're like kind of fancy. I don't know.
Okay, yeah, dude,
I should have took a photo. The pesto one. It was pretty good.
Those little pizzas, the littler ones are so good, but then I look at the calories on the back. I'm like, that's like 2,000 calories on this little pizza.
Oh, really?
Yeah, or usually maybe not 2,000, but up there. I'm like, I just can't. Because I could eat like 3 of those, but the calories up there gnar. Like when we used to get those Trader Joe's pizzas that were so bomb and cook them at the house, I was looking, I'm like, damn, I'm eating like 2 days worth of calories in 2 hours.
Those Trader Joe ones are also crazy calorie?
Yeah, I want to say, dude, they were like 800 calories. Which is like, depending, not all that bad, but for someone like me who could like face a bunch of those, no problem, that's where it kind of becomes an issue. But yeah, we're low on food, dude. I'm pretty much don't have a lot of money, so like the idea of spending $40 for one pizza is like, dude, I can't do it. Like I went to see Mission Impossible and paid for 2 tickets, and like that was my $40 fun time expenditure for the week. So yeah. Although I was looking for fun earlier today at like jobs at pizza places, and then, oh, I do have pizza stuff. I went down a rabbit hole this morning about why Papa Murphy's Take and Bake got so bad. And did it get bad, or is it just me? I did learn they're from Washington. They're from Vancouver. And I found a forum for franchise owners of Papa Murphy's, not to be confused with Papa John's. Papa Murphy's Take and Bake. And they did confirm that they changed the recipe, especially for the thin crust. Because I'm looking for cheaper alternatives, cheap and good. And we grew up on Papa Murphy's Take and Bake, and it was bomb. But the last time I got it was like, this isn't even edible. What is going on? So yeah, apparently they tried to cut some costs and change the formula a little bit, and that's why it sucks.
All right. Well, that was Addy's pizza story for the week. There we go. I hope everyone was
saying.
entertained. Let's get right into this week's
Well,
episode.
real quick, if someone wants to donate $500,000 so I could buy a Papa Murphy's franchise, I will bring it back. Bring it back to glory.
We actually have 2 pizza comments. Mark asked, thoughts on pineapple on pizza?
Terrible.
There you go.
I don't like anything sweet combined with my savory. The only thing is kettle corn, where I'm like, oh, it's a little salty, a little sweet. I could dig that. Pizza that's sweet, even if it's not pineapple. I've been to pizza places where it's like the dough is sweet almost. It's like, what is this, a Hawaiian roll? Or like the cheese is sweet. Disgusting. I don't support any type of fruit on pizza. I don't get it, but I do get it. I just think, nah, I'd rather like.
Well, isn't tomato a fruit?
Pizza. Yeah, but it's like it's not sweet. You know, I guess you could have sweet tomatoes, but they load it up with salt. My thing is, I love pineapple. It's my favorite fruit, but I'd rather eat my pizza and then have some pineapple. Or I've got like pineapple popsicles in the freezer right now. Eat a couple slices, have a pineapple popsicle. I don't want it all together.
And Jerry said, DiGiorno probably, but I don't know what that was a probably to.
I don't know, but I do love DiGiorno. If I actually like when I'm dressing up a frozen pizza to make it like 20% better, I usually like DiGiorno as my base. It used to be Freschetta. The thing is, like Papa Murphy's, they're constantly changing the dough recipe. So what you had a year ago is probably different.
Interesting.
But yeah, DiGiorno is a really good base pizza if you want to dress it up with your own cheese and like pepperonis.
Yeah. All right.
The difficulty with doing that, though, is you usually have to cook the pizza longer.
Yeah. All right. Back to the episode. Episode 24, talking stuff with McMasher. And we're doing one of your old sponsors, Boxes Limited. Where did it all go wrong?
Where did it all go wrong? And if you didn't know, it's out of business. It's done. It's not like, oh, they're still sitting on some product. I mean, I'm sure there's still product around.
I think
they're gone.
I think it's, if you didn't know, they were a clothing brand.
Yeah, I guess at this point, people probably don't even know about it.
Yeah, I think that's the thing to say
riders.
now is where did it all go wrong? It was a clothing brand that started in 2011, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah,
it was. Yeah, 2000. I'd see the first emails were coming in August of 2011. August 12th, 2011 was my first correspondence with one of the co-founders.
And
But actually, how I found out about it was from the Godfather himself. Called me directly. Can you believe it? Andrew Broussard calling my phone. And that was like shortly after I left Razor. And like
a couple of years.
Go back, yeah, it was pretty much after I got out of college, which was 2010. And so there was that weird, we don't have to go into it, but there was kind of that beef with like Razor and Broussard and some of the other people, not me specifically, but it was like when I rode for Razor, it was like, oh yeah, you know, oh, you're hanging out with Broussard, what's up with that?
Yep.
Like, okay, whatever, you guys got your own drama. So it was weird that Broussard called me up at that time, and I was so appreciative of like, thank you for being like a bigger man about this, and not like, I don't know how he got me on the radar. I kind of forget why he even hit me up in the first place. But I appreciated that he called, and there was like no hard feelings from like the Razor days. Not that there really was a lot going on, but I do remember that like, oh, there was some beef between like the team before I joined. And Broussard, for whatever reason, I'm sure it was nothing but something petty.
But to get, I mean, I think the reason they called you and to name off the riders, I think they were trying to put together like the first. I mean, this is when scootering was still a lot more park oriented.
Yeah, I see where you're absolutely right.
Or like transitional trick oriented. People were doing a lot more fly out flips, all that kind of stuff, and they were trying to put together a team of like the elite street riders. You know, the original lineup was McKeen, Dylan Kasson, Brandon Kilbury,
Okay.
and yourself, Addison McNaughton.
Yeah, and I do now. It's like that's what I remember. Kind of, he was leaning towards, and the other guy, like the main dude, Chris Anacleto, he was a skater or is still a skater, And I imagine that also had to do with it. Is he's coming from like a skateboarding and it's like street, you know, and I want the most, I don't know, the type of riders that would blend in with kind of that skateboard street style, which is also how I got on Razor. You know, like it helped that I knew how to backflip when the rest of the team didn't at that point. Well, I guess, no, that's wrong. Casey knew how to flip and Chris knew how to flip. But it did help because that was always the joke of like, you can't get on Razor unless you know how to do a backflip and are from California. But yeah, I remember Ali telling me like, oh, I really want you on the team because you like do street stuff. And he was a skater, even though he also rode scooters days before that. He kind of dug that style. And at the time, this was, I believe, the first like strictly clothing company for scootering.
Yeah.
There have been some since.
There's been a bunch since.
But we're like Satori, right?
Satori.
Did they ever try to branch out like, oh, we want to start doing bars and forks? I mean, I know they're not around
I don't think so. And then you had, what was James G and Blake's company?
Hooks and Eyes.
No, there was that too. I mean, there's a bunch. There was, what's the James? Advict.
Oh yeah, Advict. I always forgot
and then
about
you
that.
had,
I guess All Is Possible.
All Is Possible. No, there was another one that Coop rode for. I can't think of the name right now. I apologize, Coop. I wish you were here to fill me in.
I'm just trying to remember which ones were like, oh, we're just starting out clothing, but really we want to get into bars and forks and whatnot.
And I mean, even right now we have it. I mean, Breakfast is pretty much a clothing brand, wouldn't you say?
Yeah,
you know,
true.
And
wine bag.
I mean, there's a bunch that I'm probably, you know, littler ones and probably a bunch of other ones that we're just.
Oh
both.
I'm sure there's dozens and dozens of like kids in their town who are like, I'm gonna start a clothing company, and they made like one shirt and like hooked up their local skate park homies with it.
But
this was the first trying to be like, no, we have a distributor.
Exactly.
We're trying to go for like Zoomies one day.
Yeah, I mean, this is under the TGE empire, so.
Yeah.
Like,
and Chris, the founder, co-founder, was like a graphic designer, and I believe he was doing like longboard graphics, if I'm not mistaken.
Graphic designer and video. He was a very good video editor.
Yeah.
Filmer and video editor, but both.
Yeah. So he was very, I mean, even when I looked at the initial email he sent me, it's like definitely like professional and like all about the name, and like they want to call it Limited instead of Apparel because Limited basically like hints at apparel. So yeah, the first email I got, like Bruce R basically called to say like, oh, are you down? I was like, yeah, dude, hell yeah, I'm down. And then he kind of like passed me off to Chris. And so originally, and I had forgotten this, I knew there were multiple names. I swear though, Foxes with an F was one of the names they were working on. So I was surprised when I went back and looked that it was Avenue was actually the first name he wanted to go with. And it sounds like there were other correspondence going around that I wasn't included on. They're probably just phone calls. And so shortly thereafter, he's like, oh, you know, been talking to people, and like Avenue's not like, the response I'm getting from it isn't that great. So he wound up with Boxes, and I don't really know why they went with Boxes.
There was the third one too.
Yeah, so the story with that is, just going by my emails, he had settled on Boxes and we were all cool, and maybe the Foxes thing was a joke or whatever, and I think Boxes just kind of had to do with like, you know, you get a bunch of stuff in boxes, you know, when you're working in clothing and parts, boxes are involved. I don't know. And then there was like another email like a day or two later. It's like, oh, what about this? And it's pronounced Kohei. I don't know what it's from. Maybe like a South American kind of thing. And then there was like another email right after that, like, no, bail on that idea. We're going back to Boxes. So I think it went Avenue to Boxes to Kohei to Boxes is kind of the genesis of all that. And these were the designs that he threw in all these emails that I got about it. Which I was like, dude, whatever. Like, I'm one of those people who are like, whatever you want to do, you do. Like, I really don't have a whole lot of input.
And did all these teas come out? I can't. Oh yeah,
from what I remember,
like pretty much all of them, right? Like there's the
like I know I have that blue one still in the shrink wrap.
You know what's
'Cause I was
interesting
like,
though?
this
Ad?
isn't really my style. It looked a little kiddie, but I was like, this is still a dope shirt. I'm keeping it.
On this first one over here on the far, on my far left, right?
Yeah.
When you look at the image you sent, it says the. Oh, I guess there's both because there's one that says the.
Yeah, the boxes and it's probably from like the hundreds was very popular at that time.
Yeah. So
The Kohei Limited. I'm sure they didn't want to go with it because it's just like people don't know how to pronounce it. They're like the Coxai.
And so this was the first official drop right here. This is the first image, and this was the announcement.
With Dylan.
This was the announcement on Inside Scooters. This is when Inside was the place to be, predating social media, right?
Yeah. This is where we got all the info.
Yeah, and this is the little write-up with your name included.
5 T's and a pair of shades
and
and its initial run.
It's dated September 12th, 2011. So that must have been when they dropped the first apparel line.
That write-up's great. It isn't a brand owned by a big corporation or a scooter dad. That's dope. I mean, honestly, I was hyped on it. Some of the graphics I wasn't as stoked on, but it was more just like, whoa, the Godfather calls you. And then you see the team. And I was like, dude, put me on whatever. I don't care what it looks like. I'm just down to be on a team with these guys. And I was a little, I think from what I remember, a little hesitant about the designs. Like they were good, don't get me wrong. And like graphics wise, I was like, oh, he's very talented. I was just kind of like, I didn't see a clear identity from it. And I was kind of shocked when like everyone was like stoked on it. And I always wondered, like, was it just because of the team? Was it the idea of like, oh, we could finally start supporting a scooter brand? Because even at that time, I was wearing all skate brand stuff, and it kind of started to bother me. And I was like, why am I supporting the skate companies when the hate is so gnaw right now? So yeah, I've always been curious, like, did people really like it from the designs, like those initial ones, or was it just the whole idea behind it is what got people stoked and the team? Now, I did really like the ideas that came later on.
Yeah, like the Matt McKeen.
Yeah, the Matt McKeen shirt is still one of my favorite shirts. Oh, and I got another one, and I was like, I'm never gonna wear this. I want to keep it pristine. And eventually, it's like, no, I wear this shirt too much, and the other one I wore out.
I'm not seeing baby
and the sweatshirt, dude, because when he designed, I mean, we could wait and get to the sweatshirt, but when that came out, that was one of the first, like, of the Dia de los Muertos style, and like making it tattoo, like one of the first images I saw that. Now you see that everywhere.
I'm trying to find
everywhere.
The photo. I'm trying to find the photo. Oh, there's the baby snakes right there. Baby snakes.
Oh yeah, baby snakes. Honestly,
I still have it.
People constantly brought up that shirt when I was wearing it. I'm like, what are you talking about? I'm like, oh yeah, there's a weird baby snake on the back of my shirt.
I wore that at this year's Hyphy Jam.
Is that Josh Young with McKeen?
Yeah.
Look at these couple of young bucks.
That might be at
David Frost.
Is that
Seattle Jam? No, or is that Paris Jam?
I was thinking Seattle, or no, I was thinking Portland. Or oh my gosh, Chicago. Yeah.
Yeah, probably Chicago.
Oh, so here, Addy.
Oh yeah, see, there's foxes. So maybe it was a joke thing.
That might have been an April Fool's joke too. I don't know.
It says the date somewhere at the bottom. Oh, that's the photo I was talking about, but I was talking about the different angle.
Yeah, this is you on the end,
right?
Yeah,
that is me.
That's you.
Yeah, dude, that sweatshirt I still have.
Tyler.
I mean, I kept all my boxes stuff. I don't thrift anything.
Is that J Money right there too?
I believe it was. I was trying to figure out who the third person was, but I think you're right. It's Jay Young.
It's J Money, Tyler Wheeland.
Because we were up in that little nook and cranny.
Yeah, that's SF. Yeah.
I still have the hat. It's super dirty. I feel bad. Again, all these products I said I would like keep pristine.
That's you.
Because I'm like, one day it won't be around. Like, let's be real. Oh, is that me eating it?
Yeah, that's you face slamming.
Oh yeah, that was a good bail where I was actually cool in the end.
We'll get into that.
I remember looking. Oh my God, Any Man and Hosagawa.
Yeah.
On the thing.
Yeah, on the sesh.
Dude, this is throwback.
I mean, yeah, this is their Instagram, the original Instagram. BK.
Oh, there's the boxes, dude. The boxes of boxes, bro.
Somebody asked what happened with Brandon Kilbury. Brandon Kilbury retired, and even had the last part, I think, with Proto, and then retired from Proto. Kind of did it the right way, like announced it and everything, and then he
He works. I think he still works at SpaceX.
Or for another. I think last time we saw him, he was working for another brand, but doing the same kind of stuff as SpaceX.
Okay, yeah, I know he was doing like designing parts for SpaceX because like they're making random stuff, so there's no parts to work with it. And he was working on like the hinge that lifted the rocket up. I remember a lot of what he tells me because I was like, this is so interesting. Like Brandon Kilbury, why are you like? I love that you're still scootering, but go down this path. This is dope. And then yeah, he was working with carbon fiber a lot. Hey. There he is.
No, that's
Morgan.
Hot Morgan right there. Young
yeah, that's
Hot
what
Morgan.
I mean. I wasn't hitting Kilbury. Oh, there you could see one of the first sheet of heligrip down there. But yeah, BK, he's doing dope stuff with carbon fiber and design.
And that's what I was about to say.
A-okay.
He was doing a scooter thing for a bit there too. He was making carbon fiber.
He was making fenders.
Yeah.
I think he's still it. Like I don't know. Like it wasn't that long ago I saw him promoting those as kind of like a whatever. This is kind of a fun side project.
Brandon Kilbury, Dylan Kasson, Addy McMasher, Matt McKeen. This is like the first ad. This is when they.
Yeah. So eventually.
The first drop.
They I think soon after they added Tyler Garcia to the squad.
No.
Yeah. I have it in the email.
I don't.
And I remember.
From my research, the next person to be added on is right there. Is Chema.
I don't know, dude. So,
and I mean, that's interesting that you say that, but like, I'll say this, and we're jumping way ahead of ourselves, but there was one person that got added on, and I have it on the screen right now, and I asked because I texted with Broussard yesterday about us doing this episode and was like, hey man, we're gonna do an episode about boxes. He named off I said, hey, do you remember what the team is? I just want to double check with you. He said Chema, BK, McKeen, Chema, BK, Addy. And he's like, oh yeah, I forgot Dylan Kasson. And then I, of course, was like, yo, wasn't Feenstra on the squad? And he's like, if Feenstra was on the squad, that must have been towards the end. I can't recall.
Because I want to say that's the last post I could find was this post. And it says up there, Erik Feenstra is our new writer, December 2013.
Yeah. And he was in the final video, but the final video isn't available online.
Yeah, but I do have the email where like Tyler's video had just came out and he does that like huge rail at the end and it was about like, oh, we're gonna add him, like everyone's down, just want to make sure you're down. Like, yeah, dude, that's tight.
Maybe it just never happened or something.
It could be, yeah, because I do remember. Is that me taking a piss?
Yeah, it is UP.
Where am I?
No, that's BK. It just looks like you. That's BK.
Oh, dude, the hair is like bro.
Your old hair,
Steve's.
yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I mean, I'll take your word for it for sure, dog. But there's no.
Bro, I could send you the thing.
No. You don't need to send me the thing. But I'm just saying, like, I scrolled through all of their stuff.
Is that Oakland right there? That's Chema in Oakland.
Oh yeah, Chema in Oakland. Yeah, Chema in Oakland.
Look at these young bucks.
And then
dude,
Zach, yourself, and Swanson.
Probably what happened. I swear to the Tyler Garcia stuff. I remember like talking to him about it. But yeah, like it kind of, how it is with companies when they're going out, there's always that lag of like, oh, I haven't heard from them in a while, but they're still kind of technically around for a few years. And it might've been during that window that Tyler got added on. But my last communication with Chris, it looks like I started in August 2011. And then my last email is November 2012. And then that Feenstra thing is a year later in December 2013. And it looks like they were posting up to what, 2015?
No, last post is
okay, almost 2015, very end of 2014.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you're right. Very end of 2014.
I remember that photo.
But like at this point, I think that they were posting very slim. You know what I mean? Like they weren't posting as much as they had been.
The only like or comment is Heligrip. That's great.
Yeah.
Classic.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I'm sure you're right, Addy. There was talks maybe in the background, but the original roster was the four of you. Then they added Chema, which there's even a video for Chema being added. What?
That was one I was unsure of. Like, did they just post Chema because of the whole? It was they were distributed through TGE,
and they added Chema.
So I thought, oh, maybe that's just because it's a TGE love kind of thing.
Well,
now I see this video.
Well, and they add Chema almost immediately. They add him January 1st of 2012.
Oh, nice, yeah.
So like
Chema and I were teammates technically.
Yeah,
that's an honor for me.
Quite some time.
That's a big honor.
Yeah. And we'll just play this out. But
I think the only team I've been on with McKeen technically and BK.
Nope, that's not true.
Well, yeah.
I mean, you could say it. You could say it.
You could say technically hella grip.
Technically, you are on hella grip.
That's different, bro. I'm in control somewhat. I have partial control.
He thinks he is, everyone.
Of that scenario. That's what I changed it to partial control.
Yeah.
But that's different, bro. Different.
I mean, Chema was killing it at this time period too. This is really when he was on fire.
Yeah.
Like he was.
I mean, this was a fun time because you could basically just ask anyone, like, you down? I'm like, yeah, I'm down.
I mean, it made sense to add Chema to the roster. Obviously, it being under the TGE umbrella.
Oh, that's a really clean truck driver.
Snakehead.
Yeah, it made sense for multiple reasons.
And I mean, he was just he is like a street killer.
Yeah, and he's got his own style.
And he was coming over to Vista quite often, and Chris lived in Vista, and obviously everything was being ran out of TGE, so it was probably really easy for him to film these clips with Chema. That was insane. Yeah, the hop over to...
Dude, this is over 10 years old. What I really liked about Chris too is he wasn't like, all right, guys, I need you to like travel around and post, and I'm gonna need 10 3-minute videos from you every single year. He kind of did his own thing where he's like, I'm gonna be up there in town, you want to film and maybe do like a 1-minute video? I'm like, all right,
yeah,
cool.
So
but at the same time, he did not want other people riding. I remember being like, well, I feel this is kind of weird. I was like, oh, you're gonna be in town, like let me meet up with you guys. And he's like, nope, just me and him. Like, all right, it's a little funky, but I dig it. I was like, you know what, that's professional and I appreciate that.
The first commercial.
Oh, I'm dying. Oh, I smashed the finger. I think I'll call 911. Anyways, the first something. God damn.
So when they dropped,
gosh dang,
when they dropped this announcement on, Steven did type this one up, Addy. We were talking about this earlier before we went live. This is
by the Tungsten.
Yeah, post by Steven. So when they first made the announcement, the first video to be dropped was Kilbury. We'll just play this. And this is the first clothing line.
Yeah, I wonder if this was all... Oh, yeah, he's already suited and booted.
Yeah.
Dang. Wow,
BK.
triple whip. Dude, some of the cleanest N-words in the game.
Definitely.
Wow.
That's gnarly.
Dude, manual 180 11 years ago. Looked...
But up that block set? Like, that's crazy.
Yeah. Dude. What?
A little 3-tucky.
A 3-tuck over a double set? BK.
Classic.
Wow. See, I dug these promos. Short and sweet.
Yeah. Get in, get out.
Short and sweet.
Get in and out. And that was released at the same time as the original clothing brand. The clothing was launched, the 5 t-shirts. And then I think the next... Am I wrong that... Hold on here.
I thought McKeen's was later. It was like the build up to like McKeen.
Oh my gosh, I'm all over the place.
Could be wrong.
McKeen's was later. The next one was Dylan, but this wasn't because Dylan ends up getting a SIG tee, but that's down the road. Dylan's SIG tee didn't come out until after McKeen's.
He got a SIG tee.
He had a SIG tee, but here's Dylan. I think Dylan was, he's no longer with us in scootering.
With us?
Yeah. But
he's doing a lot of like color correct. He's doing
I'm just saying no longer scootering, but he was one of the best because he was, he would find spots. Like he knew.
I mean, one of my most favorite evenings ever was I went to the Broussard's house and Dylan was there, and he let me go through his laptop and look at his spot book. And I didn't get through it all. It was so in depth, but I was like, wow, I'm in the vault. I'm in the vault of spots and snooping around, and it was so cool. But I do remember anytime we go to a spot like in the Bay Area, like the first thing he did was get some photos.
He just had
wow,
tricks.
That was
too.
so clean.
Nose blunt when no one was doing it.
Yeah, dude. What?
Redirection?
Wow. What a spot, dude. Yeah, that rail before like everyone was hitting it. I mean, it kind of was around that time, but he was one of the first. Dude, up a gap. This spot, dude, I always wanted to go to that.
Little gap out to rally?
Yeah, dude, that's pretty gnar.
Yeah.
Dude, short and sweet, it's done. His is what, the second most viewed, 16K?
Yeah. No.
Let's
yeah,
see.
second most food. Yeah.
Mine was the least most viewed.
No, but you're wrong on both that. The most viewed that I'm seeing here is
It's McKeen.
and then
By far.
Then your guys' fall drop had a lot of views.
Yeah. But
I mean,
individual.
the individual one, yeah, it was you.
Dude, 10K. I mean, I'm not surprised when I see the tricks these guys are doing, and then I look at mine.
So yeah, I'm gonna close this out. But that was the original drop on Inside. You can go find this September 12th. Wait, what is this?
I mean, the thing with my video, not that it would have been that much better anyway, is I'm pretty sure we filmed it all in one day.
That's April. What's this?
And I was gonna get better clips, dude, and
January.
I just couldn't. I suck.
So the McKeen shirt drops January the following year.
Oh, wow, that was pretty fast. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, that's what I was shocked on, is he was on top of stuff. I was under the impression of like, dude, you're doing so many shirts for that first run, like it's gonna be another year or two. But he was really like professional in terms of like, gotta keep dropping stuff.
And then by April, spring of that year, he's dropping a whole nother 5 t-shirts and a sweatshirt, 3 hats.
Yeah. And I remember the quality of the shirts was nice. He had those like, not that first, I mean the first round was fine too, but he was getting that like heathered stuff, and it was like, oh, this is actually really nice quality.
And your announcement, or your not announcement, you were announced from the get-go, but your video dropped, it seems like, in
This was the photo. 3 new designs.
October. Let's see.
Oh, it says coming out soon.
Coming out soon. Okay, so then. Oh, my bad. So we watched the BK one. We watched the Dylan one. All right. So here's Addy for his first initial.
Ooh, get ready, boys.
Yeah.
Boxes is dead, becoming a legit company. I do remember loving this, even though the last video I was talking shit about all the film B-roll. Like that was dope.
It was done.
I love this.
It was done properly. It was used.
Yeah.
It made sense. It was images of the Bay Area. You're supposed to be the dude from the Bay. Like it was,
Yeah, and he did it like real quick transitions. That I remember I was trying to 50 it, and I just couldn't do it. And we were there forever, and like my legs gave out. I was like, dude, I'm just gonna board slide it.
Threw up
That
on
was
that.
a terrible board slide too.
This one.
I hated that trick. Oh, so ugly.
You wanted to go up it.
Yeah, I hated most of these tricks other than the first one. That was all right. This one was sick, but I mean, my raw dog video had all of those clips. That was way better.
Not that one.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, these tricks are pretty basic compared. Oh yeah, that one we just threw in. We needed like one more clip, so that was not filmed the same day as all the other clips.
That last trick though is gnarly because you hop over the rail.
Yeah.
It's just
I remember that one took me a minute to get used to. And the run up is like you go up a ramp and then you got to pivot and then you hop over the rail onto the ledge.
Yeah.
But it's one of those, once you do it once, you're like, okay, I got this.
Yeah.
That was back when the Feeble to Smith was still
So it's that
gold.
one. But like, so man, I don't even know where we are like timeline wise, because they definitely did more shirts that I don't have ads
There's me and
for.
Chema, that's
Yeah.
dope. I love that red shirt, dude. I don't know where that's at. I'm sure it's in my box of boxes stuff.
Yeah.
Is that Frank Zappa?
I mean, here's when your little ad for your.
Oh, nice. Dude, I remember my legs gave out so much. It was doing the double whip up the curb is what killed this trick for me. And I just gassed myself.
Oh, they also had this.
I don't remember that tank top.
I don't remember seeing that.
Oh, yeah, and I got the broken finger, August 2013.
Boxes commented, Boxes X Heligrip tank collab.
Wow.
That never happened.
Wow.
And then someone wrote no grips. And you're riding no grips.
Oh, yeah, probably because my finger's busted and I just wanted a photo. That's hilarious.
Yeah.
I mean, that explains probably why I didn't get more clips other than the fact that I just suck. Is that just injuries, always injured. Whoa, dead animals. I don't approve of that.
So yeah, I mean, we showed some of that.
Wait, do we have that copy
of Chema on the cover?
We have that copy.
I don't know.
I don't think so. I think we just have ours.
These are just
LA Street Jam, Royce King, Dan Barry, Josh Toy, Isaac Miller. Damn, 3 of those guys are hella grip.
Yeah. This is just some screen grabs from the website because the website no longer exists.
Did you get this using the Wayback?
Yup.
Nice.
Oh, God, I'm signing in Facebook. Get out of here. You know, let's just knock these two out because they're funny, and we'll play them with the audio.
Yeah.
This is when did this come out? Oh, so this comes out. This comes out 2013. Yeah. Let's see. So that's May, and then the other one is also May 3rd, and the other one was okay. So let's watch this one first.
Yeah, this is our homie Wheeland.
Tyler's little review. This is also.
What's up? I'm Tyler.
Jeez.
Pro Scooters.
This is before the Volt has really blown up.
Yeah.
This is pre-Volt. This is in their old location, pre them blowing up to the giant.
I don't know, man. They got a fridge stock with Minute Maid, Powerade. Seems like they're doing pretty good.
Whoa!
Dude, that Phoenix shirt looks sick.
Well, as you can see, this box is 5-panel. Fits very nice.
Is that Josh Young poster in the back?
So you
I think so, yeah.
Dude, how do we get that?
And a Feenstra.
And a Feenstra? Dude.
If you have the confidence,
they're old Till posters.
Backwards.
Yeah. And they have the MGP padded grip in the back.
So, comes in this cool camouflage, you know. In case you're a hype beast and you like the camo or you just don't want to be seen, it's good for pretty much any usage. They fit nice. They're not too deep of a hat, you know, so you're not like going like that. They fit nice on your head, you know. So that's the box's 5-panel.
The profile shot.
And not only do they come in this sweet camo, they come in black as well.
Great editing.
So whether you like
he says so a lot.
Or you like the standard.
So
no, he's from SoCal.
These hats are the hats for you.
Wow. Wheeling, bro.
Or you can pick them up at thevaultproscooters.com or come by the shop in Culver City, try one on yourself, and walk away looking fresh.
After you pay for it. Dude, Wheeland, I missed his energy, bro. It's been a couple years now since we kicked it.
And here is Tyler's.
God, Wheeland is the man.
3/4 sleeve.
Oh, here we go.
What's up? I'm Tyler with the Vault.
This is the McKeen shirt.
He was wearing it in the last one, though.
The Boxes Limited Matt McKeen Street Pirate 3/4 length t-shirt.
Best shirt ever came out. Before Heligrip shirts.
Well, here it is. The Boxes Limited Street Pirate 3/4 length t-shirt inspired by Matt McKeen himself. If you'll notice, it has this groovy little breast printed.
Was this pre-Trend Kill?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, but
because I know eventually they do the Trend Kill shirt.
Some bars. Yeah. A deck. But the bars are a sword and the deck is a gun. I know. It has the anchor and then street signs that say Street Pirate. And then on the back there is this cool graphic that I don't know what the graphic is because it's on my back.
Love that graphic.
So yeah. These shirts run a little bit large, so keep that in mind when you're buying them, but it is a 3/4 length shirt, which sometimes that's good to fit a little bit larger depending on your own swag. So
Good
Pick
point.
these up from our website, the Vault Pro Scooters, or cruise by the shop in Culver City. You know where to find us.
Don't forget, it's in Culver City.
You said it twice too. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That was
4-3 outro, 4-3 ratio.
And
wow.
There's the
dude, that shirt,
original.
That shirt and the sweatshirt, I probably wore more than any other product. And even if it wasn't Scootering, like that was the two items that I was like, if I saw this at Kasson or Zoomies, I would have picked it up.
What's funny is McKeen's wearing a 3/4 sleeve in this advertisement, but it's not.
You know, I've never noticed that. It isn't the one.
It's not the one. Yeah.
Huh.
Interesting. But let's
Pirate.
let's watch McKeen's.
So
we watched the Chema one, right? Yeah, I mentioned
McKeen's
it.
right up there.
And we'll watch the McKeen one right here.
Ooh, some good superimpositions going on.
With some non or some film camera stuff there, huh?
Yeah.
Your favorite.
Huge. Yeah, this is, I mean, McKeen was already peak, but this is peak. Wow.
Yeah.
Dude, 60,000, like 3 times more than the next video.
Sloppy Manny whip.
Yeah,
or
right.
heel.
And rightfully so. Dude.
Nose blinker.
The hop up. I mean, this could have been filmed yesterday, and I'd be like, oh yeah, it makes sense. Looks killing it. What is that?
Onto the
Bro, his wall rides were always so good. I like how he did both. He like lands back on the thing and then does one where he clears the whole curb.
That one's awesome.
That's isn't that a spot that's like way crazier than it seems?
Yeah, it's not. Well, I mean,
that wasn't an earthquake spot, was it?
No.
Like it was like temporary like that, and then
No, I think it's still there today, or it was recently.
Really, I know it's like super famous. Get spot.
With the Euro.
Huge, bro. How he caught that 3-whip.
There's the ad.
Yeah, dude. So I want to say this is when he was doing that hurricane. That was a rare bear. It was like him and Ostrom doing the hurricanes.
So that was the McKeen shirt
And the
release,
whip out.
which was, I think, one of the most popular shirts to date. So,
yeah,
I used to see
it's
so
gotta be
many
the most-
people rock.
Yeah,
And they made it into a t-shirt too. There was the t-shirt version as well.
yeah, that's true. I remember getting that. I'm like, this is cool.
Because the
I wore
t-shirt,
it a lot, but I'm like, it's no.
the t-shirt
so
came out in April.
Dylan Sig.
Was
Was that Dylan Sig right there? The
Yeah.
scooter one?
Yeah,
I wish I had that shirt.
Dylan's came out at the same time as, obviously, at the same time
Yeah.
as the McKeen shirt.
So I was supposed to have a Sig hat, was what we were talking about, and making it like Oakland A's colored.
That would have been dope.
But then he realized like this guy sucks.
Well,
Oh, yeah, I forgot the pocket tee was coming out. Remember that was like a thing. Like, oh, now pocket
Yeah.
tees are back.
yeah. Oh, dude, we didn't even watch. Well, it doesn't matter. We don't need to watch this. But this is the B
Dude,
sides.
I love this video because this is the first sheet of Hella Grip right here.
Yeah, we'll put it on. So this is the B. We kind of skipped ahead, but this is the B.
Look at this young boy with his whole life ahead of him.
This is the B sides to Addy's.
Little did he know this was his peak. It was all downhill. But look at my coordination. All green, yellow, black.
I know what's up. I've been planning this shoot.
The boxes promo B side. Dude, 700 views? Little low.
For Overshow, it's pretty good.
That's pretty good. See, like I was talking about. Look at this guy.
Wait,
Jacked.
I don't even think this is the. I don't think this is the main Overshow account, right? This is like a knockoff Overshow.
Yeah,
account.
that's what I was telling you. I found it was like, what are these like 7 videos on this account?
That's interesting.
Unless this is because I was trying to find the one that got locked, and I couldn't find it.
No, you can't find that. It's impossible.
I used to be able to, so I was like, oh, is this it? And they got rid of the. Oh yeah, so there's the owner for people who don't know.
That was Chris.
Homie
Yeah.
who that was Chris. That was the worst. That was the worst rider. Like, can't even double whip up a curb. Like, that, from what I remember, that was a bail. But in the end, we're just like, bro, let's just go with it.
Right there.
Yeah, that one I land, but I'm still not happy with it.
You wanted
can
to
even
land.
tell by, like, how I'm board sliding it.
You wanted to land back on the curb.
Well, not only that, I originally just wanted to 50 it. But yeah, I wanted to land back on the curb. But the hop over, I'm not. Whatever. That one I was hyped on. I don't remember trying. Oh, catching the hat. That was the dopest trick in the whole video. Catching that hat.
Well, you did it again because you...
I think I didn't mean to 180 out. That was just some stupid thing I did. Oh yeah, that face.
That was a good one.
Is that BK filming?
Yeah.
Were you not there for this?
No.
I don't think you were, because I had to be like, dude, we went to these 2 spots.
I was probably working.
Yeah, true that. Or you're like, I can't even film it.
No, I mean,
but BK was.
No,
filming.
I was.
Makes sense.
Yeah. I was. 11 years ago, I was working, dude, for sure.
Yeah.
This is probably a weekend. I worked weekends.
It was a weekend.
Yeah.
I believe it was a Saturday. It was sunny, from what I remember. Clear skies. I've got a pretty good memory.
Someone asked in the chat, what year did Addy start riding? 02?
That's always tough because there's like, what counts? Like, there's when the Razors came out and you didn't actually know from right away. I was pretty much like, I'm gonna make this a sport. So that would have been around. No, it might be 2000. Because I remember in like 7th grade scootering to school and feeling so dope that I could walk around school with my Razor. But then like homies could do the pogo real good, and I remember homie did like do that. And I want to say like CJ did like a 360 pogo, and I was like, oh whoa. And there was this commercial that would play every now and again where it showed a Razor and like a guy doing a tail whip, and it went like whoosh when he did it. And that was when I was like, okay, it's doable. So 2000 is when I had a scooter, but probably not really going for it until 2001. Yeah, 2001. Because we were in high school by then.
Yeah.
But really, it was 8th grade when I started riding, and once I did that first tail whip, it was like, it's on. It is on. Because you could go around town and just do tail whips, and people were like, whoa, stop everything. Look what this guy just did. Rando people.
I pulled up their Vimeo account hoping that I was going to find that video that wasn't allowed on the other channel, but I did not.
What's the Untitled one?
It's just a bunch of clips.
That's 9 seconds.
Whoa, hey now. It's just some black and white footage of Chema. I mean, this is crazy.
What?
Yeah.
Dang, that's sick.
This one's dope. Watch
Was this for like a website and they needed a link? So they're like, all right, if we upload it to Vimeo,
it was underneath the bar.
Link.
That was crazy.
This is more than 9 seconds. Am I wrong?
Yeah, I don't. You said 9 seconds.
It says 9 seconds on the thumbnail.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I swear to God. Well, I mean, I could be wrong, but
we'll go back in a second.
Damn, this is gnar. Let's give this a title and put it back up there. Or was this just like his promo and I'm not realizing it, and they just made it black and white and did it different? Right, hover over that bad boy.
59.
59 seconds. Okay, I'm an idiot. Yeah, I'm stupid.
Yeah. I don't know, but that's their Vimeo account. I just wanted to show that real quick because all the same stuff's on their YouTube. But that was their Vimeo.
I mean, this was weird because, obviously, who knows what would have happened if it stuck around longer, but like we never like hung out as a team. There was never any team activity. It was all very like remote riding before there was remote work. This was remote work of like, all right, I'm going to travel, film with him. I'll travel, do something with you. In the meantime, there's this thing called Instagram. If you want to post on there, cool. And he was obviously like resharing stuff. I mean, like I would kick it with these guys at other events and we'd be like, oh, what's up, teammate?
Here it is right here.
But that was it. It was a very like low key sponsor, which at the time I dug because I was coming off a Razor, which didn't demand a lot. But I was kind of like, I just want to do my own thing. And this was a time where I still thought like, okay, I could keep up with the big dogs.
Well, this makes sense. Okay, so from reading what it was, Chema was working on his next proto part. So this kind of makes sense because Chris was, from what Andrew told me in our text messages, Chris was the producer. And when I say, I think he says producer, but he was clearly probably the filmer on Armageddon. Yeah. So
both.
Chema was probably, well, yeah, that's what I'm saying, filmer and producer. Shane was probably working on the proto video, and he had all this extra B-roll, or not B-roll,
yeah, true that.
B-side clips. So Chris was like, you know what, I'm gonna drop it with my, with boxes. So, because this is available also on their.
Yeah, but what's weird is like from what I remember, Chris didn't want to do it that way a lot of time. Like it was, like I said, he would go out and film with you. And then randomly, I just had to give him a clip that we filmed. So, and I don't know why that was. If he just wanted to be like, oh, I'd rather I'm in control and like I have my own style. It could also be too like it's good for your portfolio to say like, oh, I filmed and edited and did all that.
So here's
directed.
Yeah. This is the second SIG tee that went.
Bro, I wish this is the only one I think I don't have. There might be a few I don't have, but I don't really care about. That shirt I do not have, and I'm bummed.
And this is the promo video that Dylan released April 25th.
Like, why did he not give it to me? Maybe they sold him out.
Kristen filmed this one though, because look, there's a whole list: Alex Stedman, Tyler Wheeland, James G,
Josh Young, Jordan John, McKeen, Tommy D.
Yeah. I mean, a ton of people.
Oh yeah, this video was nuts from what I remember. Is that the one where he lands on the? Oh, he has that clip in like Armageddon or something where he nuts the pole twice.
Oh no, wasn't it? He nuts.
Yeah, the yellow pole. Yeah,
this rail, that rail.
Yeah, that rail. Yeah,
yeah, totally.
So that was a good day for him. That looks like Arizona. Wow, that's a cool little.
We're definitely gonna do a Dylan Kasson episode in the near future, but because he had so many good parts over his career.
Is he from Chicago or Ohio?
Shucks, man, I can't remember.
Oh, dude, a lip slide on a hubba?
He's out.
Or am I completely wrong?
Outside of Cleveland, right? Like,
Cleveland rocks. Yeah, I thought he was somewhere near Ohio.
I remember, like, in Ohio. when I went to go to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, I remember I texted him. I was like, "Yo."
Yeah, I mean, didn't he have that crazy video with they did like a trip out there? It's like Ohio Dreams or something, and I forget if it's him or like Ogle who does the massive lip slide on the like quarter pipe. Hold
on, that last clip though, this one is so crazy. I really like this clip. Boom.
Yeah, dude.
Great spot.
This is another one where it's like, bro, how come it's nowhere up near McKeen's level? Like, I know McKeen's McKeen.
Yeah.
But like this should have, if that's got 60, this should have like 45.
The line master though, man.
Yeah, line master. Fun Slayer. Boom. Yeah, we should have a hag on for Dylan's part when we talk about it.
One person that's produced probably the most amount of parts, and another guy that's produced one part.
Yeah. Dude, okay, I need to see that again. Does he late whip in a way, the second whip? It's like a really funky looking double whip.
That one?
I don't know. Maybe it's just slow. I don't know. For that first time I saw it, it looked like he like did something funky. But I'm wrong.
And that was his commercial or promo video for his SIG shirt, and that was the end of the SIG shirts, if I'm not mistaken.
Is that the end of the promos too for like individual riders? There's nothing for Chema, or we saw Chemas. There's nothing for Feenstra and No mention of Tyler Garcia.
There was another BK video called BK Warm-Ups. It's 25 seconds long. Well, we'll just knock it out real quick. Where I think it's kind of like the Chema one, where he was maybe he was also working on the proto video.
Yeah, and he's like, I'll just throw it in black and white.
And it's
in word. Let's go.
Wow. Tomanny down the
That's
table.
pretty
That's pretty
cool.
cool. Yeah, I mean that's it.
Tiny
You know.
Scoots.
So.
Dude, 2.6
And then
thousand subscribers.
there's this recycled video. It has your name in it too, featuring Matt McKeen. This is the full roster.
Oh, it's just everyone's promo parts in one edit. We should have just watched this.
Oh.
Yeah, we don't need to rewatch this.
Is that? Yeah.
It says in the
yeah,
thing.
yeah. So we watched all the individual ones. That's just good call.
Pretty good idea though. We got 14,000 views out of that. Not bad. Let's do the fall 2012 promo.
Oh wait, so there was this too. I remember this. This is crazy. So this is BK on. This is like
Ultra Pro.
This is like some
Razer Ultra Pro.
Yeah. This is like some found footage. You know what I mean? Like after the fact.
Oh, Blair Witch style.
And they probably didn't want to release this with
like proto
because he's riding a Razer deck. So they put it out on the Boxes channel.
Was BK on Razer? And I just forgot.
No, I don't think
like
so.
After I was on there, like why would you promote that it was Ultra Pro?
Because at this point, people were already not riding Razer decks. Like this is what year? 2012. People were not. Razer was already kind of shunned upon at this point.
Maybe it was like a listen. This is old, and here's how I'll tell you that it's old. Is I'm on Ultra Pro.
Yeah, without dating it. Yeah, Armageddon part. Yeah. So I mean that makes sense.
Couldn't do any of these tricks anyway. It's still crazy.
Finger whip.
Dude, finger
double?
Was that triple finger whip attempt down a double set? Oh yeah, Ultra Pro wasn't doing too good.
Was
double finger whip?
Double, yeah.
Double.
Snaps his head tube.
Dang. Yeah, that was the beginning of the end of Razer for me. Was that Ultra Pro? It was like, how did Razer get like, we're gonna make them better, and now that the sport's progressing, let's make them worse.
Here's 37 seconds, just a few clips of Dylan at a park. I mean, it's gonna be quick, because like the thing is too with boxes is you got the little the intro outro eats up some time. So
right, I see what they're doing, trying to fill it up a little bit.
Like nowadays, this would be like maybe an Insta post. You know what I mean? Like it's interesting.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's how
they hit it heavy. 2012, they really hit it heavy, which is
I mean, that was basically when they came out. It was the end of 2011, but
so they had that.
2012 was like riding it because I'm pretty sure Wheeland wanted to be on boxes.
Here's the
like,
final.
When we started kicking it, he asked about like, what's the deal with boxes, bro?
This is the final team promotional that's available. Dylan, Matt McKeen, Brandon Kilbury, Addy McMasher, Chema.
Does this say, sorry, this video is not available on smartphone? It's
smartphones and iPads. Issues with music
claims.
Yeah.
That limits the use to only computers.
Interesting. I don't even remember that being a thing.
Oh, dude, that wall ride, bro.
That spot.
I don't think anyone's ever done a better wall ride to this day. Oh, that's where that clip is, bro. Sick. No way. I've wondered what happened to that.
To drop
down.
Dude,
and is it just me, or do I have the worst board slides and lip slides? I was like,
well, you slappy.
What am I doing?
Watch, you slappy up it.
I know I slappy up it, but like, look at that. It's like I'm not perpendicular at all. I mean, a lot of people rode like that, but dang.
It'd be like a feebler nowadays.
Yeah, it's gross. Gross. I'm sorry. If I could just go back in time.
That was crazy, Chema. Oh, this.
Oh, that was cool. Little front Phoebes double.
Oh, this.
That's where this clip is? Oh my god. I've forgotten about all these. That was an accident.
That was with Ronnie.
That was with Ronnie.
Big Ron spot.
I was trying to do board slide pop over, and then I got stuck on the rail because I'm like, I can't do this whole rail. And I just found a perfect balance point. Was like, oh my god, is this happening? One of like, that's got to be the only trick that I've done where I was like, how am I doing this?
I filmed that, right? Yeah.
You did. Oh, this was in Raw Box. Is that JD filming?
Yeah.
Dude, McKeen's thing should have been maybe last trip. Well,
Oh
I see
no.
why. I see why now.
I see. Yeah.
Bro, his 180 whips are so good.
Oh, this.
Oh, I see. So my raw dog. Okay. While we've been doing this, I'm like, why did none of my raw dog footage go to this? Like, you would think boxes would be pissed, and it looks like it did, and that's why we called it raw dog. It was all the boxes clips.
Yeah.
That weren't in there. I knew I've done a bar spin to Manny.
That's bar spin Manny, bar spin out. Yeah, confident.
That was dope. I'm hyped on myself right now.
Yeah.
Past me
Addy
surprises myself.
Doesn't even remember his OG tricks.
No, dude, because I hate every trick.
Oh,
like,
right here
you
too.
could have done this better. You could have done that better. That I remember. That one I remember.
That one, not impressed.
I mean, I dig it. It was clean. But like, how many times have you seen me do bar spin Manny, bar spin out?
That clip was dope.
I've only could think of one, and that was What a Waste of Tape. Yeah, dude. So I went to that ledge. That's in Paris, near, right? Is that in Paris? The one in Paris, near Jeremy's house. Yeah.
I'll take your word for it, bro. It's definitely not in California.
I have a clip on it. I do have a clip on it, but I don't remember what I did. I think I did like back 50 to feeble or something. I don't know. That was another trip where I hate myself. Hate myself. Went to Paris and like didn't get a lot of clips.
And that's the end of the. Then it's just an interview with McKeen, and that's the end of their YouTube time period.
That's like my last email with them is about like he gave me questions to answer for the website post in it was going to be for 2013. Or no, that was my note. There are website posts in 2013. And it was for the team page, which I couldn't get to on the Wayback Machine. So I don't know what
I couldn't get to any of that. The stuff I could only get was like really was these two images for the most part.
Yeah, which are dumb. Like, oh, but it's like the two like riders I forgot were on the squad, which is Chema and Feenstra.
Yeah. Well, dude, I think Feenstra was like legit the end.
Yeah.
Like,
so where did it all go wrong?
Well, I mean,
it's not Feenstra.
No. I mean, I that was actually. I'm trying to see like when did they?
Is that Feenstra? Yeah,
that was Feenstra. Yeah. I'm trying to see like
dude. When
Philly Files. I mean,
I'm sure I was hyped.
Feenstra right here. Feenstra. Announcement of the tilt video.
Famous Feenstra.
With Feenstra. I mean, so he was definitely on. Yeah. I mean, so here you go. Yeah, December 16th.
Yeah.
Same time period.
So I didn't realize Trendkill was already out, and they do the Trendkill collabo, which is that blue shirt, or is it just? I don't remember the blue shirt having anything on the back.
That's the back.
Oh yeah, McSpleen. Okay.
Yeah.
So is that how they announced Trent? No, there's no way.
No, he was already, I think, doing it. So this is
I
like.
don't have that shirt either. The Illuminati one. He was
one?
probably like done with me. Like, this guy sucks.
Well, he posted
People are telling him to do grip tape.
Yeah, I'm sure.
McMasher will be seen doing this in our upcoming promo. What?
It wasn't. Yeah, apparently not. No. I mean,
Cole
is that your last post? Is it you doing that, and then he doesn't post you again?
Could be. I don't know.
No,
there's
there's
Arizona.
Yeah.
Not riding. Yeah. God, so
that's your last.
Me worshiping the sun.
Oh no, nope. There you are again.
He's just poaching from all the urban art videos.
Oh no, and one more, which is our old apartment.
Direct message me your setup. Sorry, bro, I missed that one.
Yeah.
I'll hit you.
Oh no, I'm so wrong.
Damn,
I
dude,
keep
you're
saying
so
that.
wrong. Look at all these dope clips.
Yeah.
The best dude doing what he does best. Did you hear that?
The best
I'm
dude.
the best on the team.
From his newest
edit
from
Was
Urban
that
Art.
the day I had my breakdown, my epic breakdown? Or was that the day where I actually landed it and then I went back to try to do it again?
No, I think you were wearing a hat when you had your epic breakdown. So,
and I think a tank top. Yeah, that was the worst ride day of my life.
But
where I didn't get injured.
So I texted with Andrew, and his explanation of where it all went wrong was that they overproduced.
Oh, this is it. Ooh,
They overproduced the same clothing when they should have been making different clothing. Like, they should have done it more limited with each batch of clothes and had new logos. They instead, from what Andrew explained, oversight, somebody at the warehouse had ordered more of the same clothing, and then they were overstocked on clothing that everyone already had, the masses already had. I mean, you got to think about it. Scootering's pretty tight, especially even then or whatever.
Yeah,
so,
no one's buying clothes.
So everyone already had it. They're like, I already have that shirt.
Yeah,
I don't need that
there's
again.
Like 5 stores anyway.
And they just kind of, that was that.
They should have gone with Kohei as the name. They'd still be around.
So they just didn't have new designs coming out, and they oversight. They kind of made the mistake.
Yeah. Plus, I mean, we all know, everyone knows. I feel like everyone who's ever ridden anything has tried to get their own shirts.
Yeah.
And like, that's expensive. And this was nice stuff. I'm sure he had a hookup to where they got a few discounts on stuff. But bro, I can only imagine how much he had to drop on this stuff. Like,
well, you could still get it.
Do you think like $20,000 on all that product? I mean, dude, if we do a run of like 100 t-shirts, that could already be $3,000, $2,000. I mean, that's a little high. No, maybe like 1,500.
I mean, yeah, maybe around there.
And different sizes and whatnot. Like, if you think 1,500 for one shirt, that's not even that in depth and like whatever quality.
This is
like,
hilarious.
He did so many shirts and t-shirts, sunglasses, and it's obvious he wasn't like making his own hats or having someone make their own hats. He was kind of just ordering out of a nice catalog, which is what pretty much everyone does.
Yeah.
But even then, dude, like, if you don't got a lot of money and you screw up and order like $5,000 to $10,000 worth of stuff that you can't sell, like, what do you do? So I imagine it was more than just like, oh, we ordered too much of stuff that won't sell. Like, that happens to us a lot. We order something, it doesn't sell, but you're able to keep going. I wonder if it was like a combination of that, and like there was just like the writing was already on the wall that this wasn't gonna take off, and because he was not like super into the scooter community, maybe like that kind of hurt the motivation to keep going. No, yeah. I mean, he supported scootering as a skateboarder more than most people ever did. So I'm not saying like, oh, he like wanted to get out of scootering. Yeah, more than most people.
Well, to back that up too, real quick, because we didn't really dive into who Chris was. It's like me and you, Yeah. He was me for Andrew. He was Andrew's childhood friend. They grew up together. They've known each other since 7th grade. Chris was a skateboarder, filmer.
Known me since kindergarten, though, so...
Yeah, I said like us. I didn't say exact,
I'm just saying it. This is a competition of better friends.
Yeah, better friends, yeah. But him and Andrew had known each other, including David Bledsoe, another gentleman who worked that we know pretty well, who worked at
David was tight.
TGE. Andrew pretty much brought in all of his childhood homies to work and help out with TGE, in those early years.
Gotta share the wealth with the fam, bro.
And he was a great filmer and editor too. Mad props to Chris. But real quick, you can still, let's get these hats sold.
Yeah, dude, we got some stickers for 20. Don't we have those?
I have some stickers. I think I saved some.
Yeah, I gotta go through my box.
Yeah.
I've got the hat in the trunk of my car. Still got it as like my emergency. Oh, I forgot a hair tie.
Yeah.
I could put this hat on and still ride.
But yeah, I mean, there's still some stuff
you're
out there.
You're gonna have to pay what? $40 to get a hat shipped from the UK.
The write-up's pretty funny here. It says Boxes Limited is a part of the Proto, including River.
Wow, including River.
Yeah,
that's great.
It's funny.
We need to hit up. I wonder if Andrew or Chris is like sitting on boxes of this stuff. I know I've asked him about it years ago. I just can't remember. But like,
I would like some. That would be cool.
I'm sure people already pilfered through the good stuff, like the hats, the shades, and like the 2 main shirts, but I want that gosh darn Dylan shirt.
I mean,
I don't think at the time I was like super hyped on it, but now I'm like, dang.
Yeah, it would be cool to have. I mean, I'm not going to speak for Andrew or Chris, but I imagine part of it was they weren't making a crazy amount of money, and we're around the same age as them, and they I'm sure Chris was like, look, I need to get paid. I can't be doing this 24/7.
Yeah.
On top of it, they had the over purchasing of tees that clearly weren't selling, and he's getting older. I'm sure it all kind of built up to where he's like, I got to go get another job.
Well, yeah, he's also filming it, doing the designs, like probably managing the production of it,
running
like
the social media.
But yeah, he's doing everything.
I mean, yeah.
And it was popular and people were hyped. So it's like, if you're not making money and you're already like getting as much hype as you can in the scooter community, that's got to be like cool, but also very deflating.
Yeah.
Of like, I'm already peaked and I'm not making money, which is like, welcome to scootering, bro.
Yeah.
But I've always wondered, like, was their goal to like take over scootering and like ride the scooter wave, or like to move on? You know how like scootering for years was like, eventually we'll be in the X Games, and then eventually, who knows if that was the plan? Like, oh, this is a stepping stone to, we're gonna be like young and reckless here. Eventually, like I said before, like we'll be in Kasson or Zoomies, just like skateboard apparel is.
I just want to point out this post was actually made August 30th, 2022. Boxes limited. Interesting.
That's so crazy.
So that's random as heck. Because the post before that, oh no, also August. Banner 2022.
Huh.
So somebody. Okay, and then this McKeen at the barbecue 2014.
So like 8 years later.
So somebody
Master McKeen.
Somebody more recently changed the banner to this image and changed the photo. It's the main photo is changed to the image of McKeen. So that's
Could be like a portfolio thing of like, I got to get this current to show.
Well,
like,
I mean,
at one point, so sales at TG. I got to check my phone. Is that a number I got in here?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I should be putting that on blast, but it's easy.
Hey, and they already put it on blast.
Easy to find here. Yeah.
Let me see that number real quick. 760.
Don't. Hey. Don't say stop. It's just. It's the T.
Oh yeah, that is.
It's the TGE phone number. It's the TGE.
It is the TGE phone number. I can show
yeah,
it to you on
no,
my
no,
phone.
no, don't show us this on the phone. Stop.
Just this TGE distribution, bro. It's not secret.
All right.
Anyone could call this.
All right.
It's on Google.
I'm just making sure it's not like.
When I got whenever I type that number, like nudes pop up or something.
No. It's like Andrew's cell number, and he's like, "What the hell, guys?"
I'd be like, "Bro, good thing I found it for you."
You guys
like,
put
only like 10 people are watching
this. It's the office phone number. It's the office phone number.
Yeah, dude, I'm saying better find it now before this blows up and like 10 million people are watching the Where Did It All Go Wrong Boxes edition.
But yeah, I mean, it's a shame. It's a shame where it all went wrong for them, because this was a cool clothing brand, had a super badass team with a bunch of dudes who still, like, you know, yourself, McKeen, Chema.
Myself again.
Yourself again.
Jeez, should have just been me is where it all went wrong.
You know, BK retired, but, you know, was still a G.
There he is.
A G all the way up until the end.
You could see him. He's like, I'm getting out of this.
Dylan's a legend.
He's a good dude.
Like the team was a roster of legends, and they could have kept adding more legends on. So, here's the original photo of that McKeen one, and that came out in 2013.
Dude, I don't have that middle shirt. What the hell?
You had the pocket one for sure.
I definitely had that one.
And I think you had the trend kill. I swear you used to wear that.
The trend kill. Yeah, I still got it. It's in the box.
Yeah. So, I mean,
I wore the hell out of that pocket one. You could see there. I wore the hell out of the 3/4 sleeve and the sweatshirt and the hat and the sunglasses. Other than that, I wore all the products a decent amount. Oh, the red one I did too, but then
where's the sunglasses? There's
then
a
they got
funny
put in the box. There's one. You're going by it.
No, fool. Hold on, fool. There's a funny one.
Fooled me. That sweatshirt, dude. I was hyped on, but I was like, it's too thin.
Oh no, it's not. Okay, right here. There's a reason. Cool guy shades. I wanted to find it so I could show you that.
Dude. I mean, they are kind of, especially at the time, those are cool guy shades.
Cool guy shades. We made shades.
They're basically, they're Ray-Ban ripoffs.
We made the exact same thing. Only ours were in the Ray-Ban font.
Yeah, and ours were probably like.
yeah. You don't need to get into it. yeah.
I mean, those shades were like cheap, but they were good cheap.
You definitely wore this shirt a lot.
Yeah, I couldn't wear that now, huh?
Maybe not. I mean, dude, you wore a lot of this stuff.
I think I still have the hat.
You had this.
Hell yeah, I think I have 2 of those.
Oh,
Maybe I'm wrong, because it started, the zipper column came off. That shirt, dude, that blue one and that logo, I was like, I have a thing, I don't wear anything with this actual scooter on it.
Yeah.
I don't know why, I just don't, other than my very first when we were in high school and I made my Scooter for Life shirt.
Yeah.
That was the only thing. Other than that, like, it's a cool design,
That's probably,
but it was so like
that's probably why you didn't get this one, dude.
I want to say, I'm sure I could find it in like an old text or something, that it was like, oh, we just sold him out, a limited run, next time I'll get you, bro.
That just to like, I imagine there's a skate logo. I think it's a Santa Cruz logo that's very similar.
Yeah,
it's kind of like the Screaming Hand or whatever, right? Like that
what's
iconic
the one
logo.
You bought? We went and saw Goat, and you bought it from
Steve.
Half Cab. Yeah, Steve Cab.
Yeah.
It reminds me of the Steve Cab drawing.
Oh, this photo of you.
Oh yeah, where I'm like am I putting my foot down?
No, it's like a delay. Like, this is an old school. Oh, you had this one too, for sure.
I think I have that, but I wouldn't wear it. It's way too like, I don't like army green. Damn, someone got it tattooed. Oh man.
Where's that?
They got the monster.
Oh yeah,
Fourth row
yeah.
on the far left. Dylan Becker gets down.
That's crazy.
Nice, Dylan. Oh, looks pretty
Didn't
good.
Didn't Dylan get his own logo? Oh wow, there's our official announcement.
Addison is tight. The grip is tight. They're doing okay.
That's our official announcement image.
What does it say? Left foot
of the gods. That Morgan made this ad.
Oh, look, Hep Greg was hyped on that. Where do you find these spots?
Well,
where
dude.
do you find your spots, bro?
Well, dude.
You don't have a twin brother who peruses the internet all day.
Dude, this image. You and Jay.
Yeah, man. That was another. They basically just posted all the urban art stuff. Yeah, that was sick. This looks way gnarlier than what it is.
I was trying to find, though. I swear.
Ooh, it's got the color schematics down there.
I swear Dylan got his own logo. There's you again.
That ain't me.
What,
that's Jake, right?
Well, he thought it was you.
Oh my god, that's so funny.
That is Jake. You're right. They thought it was.
Oh my god!
They thought it was
maybe
you.
We knew that and forgot, but oh wow, that is hilarious.
Yeah.
There's the trend kill announcement.
Is that you right there? No, that's BK.
No,
dude, sometimes
dude.
you and BK like sometimes blend.
Yeah, right.
When
like,
you had
our
the
face
short hair.
doesn't really look the same, but
short hair, Addy, and
jeez.
Dude, I swear, Dylan got the Dylan tattoo. I can't find an image of it. Also, isn't this Oakland? Is that you? That's you. Oh, that's that's an urban art ad.
Is that you filming?
Yeah, that's me. That's the two of us.
The trick thing.
I don't even. I think that we were just fooling around too. That was like a day. Like Jared was shooting photos, and we were fooling around one day.
Anyways, I feel like it was less. Where it all went wrong is just like you can't have a clothing company in Scootering.
That's exclusive.
Like, let's be real.
That's exclusive to Scootering.
Yeah. I mean, it's hard enough to have a clothing company now, especially when that's what everyone wants to do. It's like grip tape. Everyone's like, I'm gonna start a grip tape company. Which is like, yeah, if you thought of that days ago, but now it's like everyone's doing it, so it's already an uphill battle.
Yeah.
And yeah, if you want to start with, and again, you gotta have so much money up front. Like, it costs more to start a clothing company than a grip tape company. You know, you might have to invest a couple thousand to get your first. I mean, it depends how big your first batch is, but with the whole, like, you got to keep it going.
I mean,
I don't fault him for thinking it could work. All of us still thought it could.
I agree and I disagree, because the thing I would say, Ad, is that, like, and we do this. We do clothing and we do grip tape. When you're grip tape clothing, like, technically the thing about it to me is that every company should have a few key t-shirts. Like every scooter company is also a clothing brand.
Yeah,
I think for
it's
them,
it's like your merch. Every band has merch, and they make a lot of their sales off of merch. But their main product
They needed to have like a jacket or pants or like they needed to have another piece of apparel other than t-shirts.
Well, they did have that sweatshirt, and it blew like that.
Two
that
sweatshirts.
Sweatshirt. Yeah, the other ones were, but that sweatshirt. I mean, you saw in that photo, the three of us were wearing it, and that wasn't planned. Like, let's all get our boxes sweatshirts on. Like, we rolled up, and it was like, oh my god, it's like when we had the Hella Grip tie dye come out, and like everyone was rocking that.
Yeah, this one and this one.
Yeah, that one fit weird. The elbows, they draped. Did not like the drape on the elbows.
On this one, yeah.
Yeah, they gave you like, it looked like you had like flabs. I'm like, I don't know, in a weird way, in like a not baggy way.
Yeah. Oh, there's this image of you.
Either way, yeah. I mean, I've always kind of preached. God, it looks like I'm heel dragging real bad there. I mean, I probably am, even though I'm anti heel drag.
Yeah.
I've always kind of said, like, if you want to do apparel, you got to have a product that goes with it. Like, either you do bars and then you have t-shirt, or like us, yeah, you have grip tape, and then you also sell apparel that goes with it.
They say that this is you.
These patents, it's cool.
This is you.
That we make pocket tees out of. I don't remember that, but that's a pretty good idea, bro. Pretty good idea. I don't think that's me. What shirt is that? And drinking Stella's?
You commented on it too.
What house is that? Maybe it's a hotel or something.
Yeah, it might have been a hotel.
It's hard to tell now with the short hair because I'm looking like, well, I don't see any of my hair back there.
Yeah. There we are.
Yeah, dude, look how I look like freaking Rocky right there, bro. Let's go. Now my arms are all like, I got them skinny guys.
Yeah.
These skinny guys. That's what happens. I mean, the lighting's cutting it off a little bit.
God, Facebook. Yeah, I mean, some good times.
Sucks.
That was pretty much
Where
it.
we at now, time wise?
We're good. I mean, there's not much else to like. I wish there was more to say about boxes, but looking back on it, it's really like they had a 2-year. They hit it heavy for 2 years, and then they kind of came and went, and then they went on for another year and a half, but like not really, nothing was coming out, and then I don't think they, and there's other brands more recently that have officially announced themselves going out of business. Boxes never actually said.
I mean, it's tough. Yeah, they didn't say they're going out probably because they had so much product. They're like, we still got to push this. But man, I swear those were the times where like everything went slow. Like from 2010 when I graduated to like 2013, 2014. Because we also moved to Oakland in the middle of that. And it was like that 2 years seemed like 8 years. There was just so much going on in scootering. And it was really blowing up of like all these brands coming out, rider owned, like good products coming out. The decks, that's when we started getting the square decks.
Yeah.
And like street style decks.
Yeah.
But then, so yeah, it was. I mean, that was the perfect time to get into it. That's what's kind of, I don't know.
If they would have stuck it through, or, I mean, Andrew could. I mean, I don't know. I don't want to say, Andrew could bring it back. Like,
Yeah. It almost, I still feel like it'd have to be an ancillary thing. We're like, oh, we have this product, but then we come out with like 2 sweatshirts and like 2 t-shirts and some sunglasses. Because it takes forever. Like I always talk about the Thrasher tee. Now everyone is wearing a Thrasher tee. You go around town and you've got guys and girls who obviously don't skate wearing Thrasher tees, but that's only recent, in the last like 7 years. Yeah. Like 7 years ago is when I was like, what? It's got a Thrasher tee on. What is going on? But they were around for like 30 years already at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then one day it just kind of stuck. Maybe it was like Supreme and all that. But yeah, I don't know. It's like if you can't get into the malls and whatnot, and now I don't even know if that helps with malls dying. Like you couldn't make it. Or if you were like Supreme, it's like very rare that you would blow up. So it's like it's tough because
you could have an initial, you could initially pop off. It's hard to maintain. Once you're in, once you're past that first year, early hype, then it's really like a proving ground of like you got to really like be putting out videos or your team, everything's got to be, you know.
And the stores, like when we were growing up in the 90s and the early 2000s, like every town had a skate shop, and they were small, but like that's where you went to get a lot of the skate apparel that you might not be able to find in your local mall. But then you also had the mall supporting it. You've never had that in scootering, and you never will. I mean, maybe you will, but just like the way like retail is gone and everything's online now.
Yeah.
There wasn't, you know, even if they were small stores and only ordering a couple shirts and a couple sizes, if there's 50 states, each one's got like 100 small stores, like there you go, that you could get a big batch of product out. And then if you're lucky enough, a mall picks you up and then boom, you blow up, you know, you're like LRG or Volcom. And I remember in the initial email from Chris, he was using like Volcom as an example, not of like where he saw it going, but a little bit of like the naming style and whatnot.
But even those brands aren't, I mean, LRG went out of business and came back.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just now coming back. Volcom, you know, was strong for a long time, and right now I think they're not doing great. I mean, even in skateboarding, the clothing brands, they're far and few between.
Yeah, I've wondered because I don't buy t-shirts anymore. I haven't like I rarely buy a shirt, and it's usually if like we're at a concert. And I'm like, oh, okay, I got to get a shirt to remember this concert. And but I ain't paying for that $50 shirt. I'm looking for that nice, like, basic-ass $20 to $30 shirt. And then Hella Grip, it was like, oh, we make our own shirts. I'm just going to go to the bin and grab a bunch of these.
Yeah.
And also before Hella Grip, it was boxes. And so I've always wondered, like, oh, am I just different because I've been around, like, free apparel?
And you had Urban Art.
Even though yeah, and Urban Art. So I've always wondered, like, do other people still, are they buying shirts on the regs? And even now it's all about, you know, thrifting.
Yeah.
And whatnot. It's nuts when I go to like antique stores or thrift events, and it's like young kids all there going through the racks. Or at the farmer's market here, tons of teenagers and young adults are swarming the thrift racks, like in the middle of a park. So it's like, damn. And now if you're a brand, you're not getting any money off of that. Those are shirts you sold 2 decades ago that people are now finally wanting. So who knows? Maybe now's the time. If you're Broussard and you've got a few boxes sitting there, bust those back out.
Yeah, antique
boxes of boxes.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's definitely tough. I don't know what the remedy is, or if you really even need a scooter apparel brand, because it's all the same. Let's be real, a lot of it's the same. Like Supreme was hiring other people to make their clothes. Like, oh, you make clothes for so and so, but make them a little limited just for us. Most people are not doing that. They are just going through a catalog and slapping their logo on it. So I've wondered if that's kind of affected things in the long run. And you've got like Custom Ink and other websites that make it easier for other people to do their own thing. I know it's a bit of a stretch what I'm getting into right now, but just the difficulty. And like you say, like if you're not doing like pants as well, like that's a whole new realm to get into and a big investment. And it's kind of like why shoes are hard and why the shoe brands never lasted is the bit of the same reason that boxes didn't last. It's because you've got to do all these different sizes, you know, and we've seen it even a little bit with our limited apparel lines. We're like, oh, this shirt, like everyone's buying smalls. It must be the kids love this and their moms are buying it. And then you go and you order a bunch of smalls and then no one orders any smalls on that batch. And we've had it with products where people are emailing us, when are you going to get these back? And it's the moment you get this, I'll order one. I mean, it hasn't happened a lot, but there's definitely like a good couple dozen of people who've said, the moment you get that, let me know and I'll buy it. We get a batch, I email them and they're like, thanks, bro. Can't wait to get this. They never ordered it, you know? So you think that people want it because they're hitting you up, but really they're not going to buy it again. Or if they never had a chance to get it, they're over it.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, so that's where it all went wrong.
Yeah. It's everyone's fault. It's everyone's fault. Also, I guess if you're like, it's between this and a new set of wheels. I'm going to get a new set of wheels over like 3 t-shirts. I found, because these answers, I don't think ever made it anywhere. Chris sent me stuff for the website. He was gonna put this on the team page. It's like a 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 thing. I don't know if that was ever a thing. Your 5 favorite video parts, 4 favorite places to ride, 3 things you don't know about me, 2 favorite riders, and 1 favorite website. So I could briefly go through those answers, even though it's not that eye-opening. But 5 favorite riders around 2012 were... 5 favorite video parts. 5 favorite video parts. Number 1, and I don't think this is like 1 through 5, like this is my favorite, but top 5 is Josh Toy, NBS4, Chris Daigle, NBS4, Matt McKeen, the Philly Crew Video Journal 9, which is like, that should be the top of everyone's list. Matt McKeen Addict So What part, and then Alex Peasley Addict So What part. So basically I was into MBS4 and Addict, and that's it. And then the Philly Crew Video Journal number 9. That was the video I watched in college and was like, oh yeah, I suck. I thought I was cool, and then I saw McKeen's video and was like, I'm trash. I'm trash, aren't I? That was the beginning of the end for me. It's like, we're done. It's like when Clapton saw Hendrix. Like, oh, wow. Except I knew McKeen was good. That wasn't like the first time I ever saw him ride. 4 favorite places to ride are 3rd and Army in San Francisco, where the Hyphy Jam was, the North Concord Ledges in Concord, Walnut Creek Skate Park in Walnut Creek, Westlake Middle School in Oakland, which was like, I don't know if we had even moved to Oakland yet when I answered that. Probably around that time. Yeah, because it was like August 2012. So I think that's when we first found that spot. 3 things you don't know about me. Apparently, I'm very lucky if I haven't broken something out of anger on my scooter by the end of a session. Am I right?
Yeah.
I don't know why you don't know that about me. You know that about me. I have a rage problem, or I did have a rage problem riding. But a lot of that came from like watching skate videos where I thought like that's what you do. Is like you bail a lot, you scream, and it makes for great content later on. Purple has always been my favorite color, but I've always said it was green. What's the last thing? If I could trade the little bit of scooter skills I have for another person's skill set, I would trade it with an amateur astronomer. Why I said amateur astronomer, I don't know. I should have gone for a pro astronomer.
I was about to say.
Because that's why I went to Arizona originally, is I wanted to be an astronomer. And like find a new planet for us all to live on that had like moon mode. Scooting moon mode on a new planet. It'd be so dope. Even though when you finally got moon mode, it like ruined the game. I'm like, I don't want to play this anymore. This was cool, but now I can't even go back to non-moon mode. 2 favorite riders, easy peasy. Matt McKeen and Alex Peasley. My 1 favorite website is theovershow.com. And then I added or CNN.com. That's probably when I was just getting into like reading news and was like proud of myself. Like I'm up on current events now. But I kept it a little nepotiz with the overshow.com. Anyway, so those were the question and answers that never made it out. Or maybe they were there.
Maybe they were on the site.
On the website, but you can't see it.
Yeah.
I'm just glad I remembered to show some love for Chris Daigle in NBS4.
Yeah.
One of my original teammates. And if you haven't seen NBS4, that's like the...
We're going to do one.
That's the video.
We're going to do it.
Like, that was the one, when that came out, it was Scootering Has Arrived. Not NBS 3, 2, 1. I think NBS 1 and 2 had, like, separate names, like X Factor or something. But yeah, NBS 4 was like, oh, these are professionally filmed, edited, scored. Let's go. That was, like, the real scooter video. And I remember when it finally came out, and I think it was on Scooter Resource was the link. And I just watched it like 5 times in a row, was calling you guys up like, bro, they did this. And that was another video I watched. I was like, I thought I was so close to being like a pro scooter rider. And I have so many more tricks to learn. But I got on the team shortly after that.
Yeah.
So it all worked out. But a lot of that was because more of my street style, which got me onto boxes. So Also, the MBS4 soundtrack, wow, amazing. Eye of the Tiger, like punk version, ooh, for Ricky's part. And the only reason his part wasn't my favorite is because he and I had very similar styles, I feel like. So I was more into like, oh, they're a little different. Josh Toy, Chris Daigle. So yeah, I don't know.
That kind of wraps
Throwback one.
Wraps up
we'll wrap it up with that.
The boxes talk, huh?
So the where did it all go wrong with the brand that nobody wondered where did it all go wrong, but it did.
I would say the forgotten brand. I think no one wonders because they all forgot.
Yeah, the forgotten brand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we'll call it a day. Thanks everyone for tuning in and checking out the episode. Like, subscribe.
Any comments? Any questions that we forgot to answer?
No, not really.
Everyone's at the pool right now.
No, everyone's
eating ice cream.
Josh wrote, "We're out in Chicago," so he was. I think he tuned in and tuned out. Everyone's at Chicago, so
yeah.
Not everybody, but you know what I mean.
Anybody who's anybody.
Plus, we really
in Chicago.
We really need to figure out a day that we're doing this in a time. So
I know I wanted to do it Thursday, but that was a.
I'm just saying so people can actually then we
Yeah. They don't deserve a regular schedule.
Jer wrote, "Great show, boys."
Grambles, Jer?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. All right.
He stuck around.
Jer, thanks for tuning in. We appreciate it. And everyone else that watched, we appreciate it. We will be back next week with another epic episode. I think maybe we'll do MBS or something. We keep saying that, but maybe we'll actually do it.
Dude, MBS. People don't deserve. Honestly, we might have to do special invites to be able to watch that with us. Can we do that? Is that a thing they allow?
Does Addy want to follow his astronomy passions?
Listen, I was watching a lot of videos yesterday about solar flares and how they affect computer chips and this crazy Mario glitch that happened that someone was filming live during a speed challenge and they traced it back to a solar flare.
I remember that.
Yeah, so I'm definitely still into astronomy. Big follower of the James Webb Telescope.
Didn't that set the record for fastest speed run still to today, I think, right, or something? And it's like
I don't know, but he essentially, it only gave him a few extra seconds, and this guy was able to replicate it. But essentially, a 0 gets switched to a 1, or vice versa.
Yeah.
I think it's usually actually a 0 gets switched to a 1 because a neutrino hits.
Yeah.
And it's happening right now.
I've watched something about that same thing, but
they build these cloud chambers where you could literally see all like the shit coming in from outer space. Also, when you get like a flash in your eye, and like, what was that? That's a space particle that just hits your eyeball, and you're like, what? So if you're an astronaut up there, you get a lot more of those flashes in your eyes. So I was intrigued, but what threw me off is you have to know physics, and I was decent at physics, but not like that. I'm no Stephen Hawking, so that's why it's tough. Yeah. I should have gone into planetary sciences, not astronomy. Ooh, it's hot in here, boys. Getting all flustered talking about planets now. You gotta be going.
We're out of here.
Dude, don't get me started.
Thanks for tuning in. We'll be back next week with another amazing episode.
Ooh. Oh.